Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Saira Mustaba with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls to make India a global digital hub for design, development and manufacturing of telecom equipments. Tight security in place in states and union territories in the wake of Bharat Bandh call given by farmers' unions. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar says opposition parties are hypocritical on the farm laws and creating confusion among farmers. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan says India is at the forefront of developing COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 94.59%. And in cricket, India wins the toss and elects to field against Australia in the third and final T20 in Sydney. As the nation fights the COVID-19 pandemic, we begin with a message of precaution to stay safe and protected by following these three simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the digital potential of the country is immense and with the help of mobile technology, poor and vulnerable sections of the society have been provided help during the COVID-19 pandemic. He said that India would launch the world's biggest COVID-19 vaccination drive with the help of mobile technology. Addressing the 4th edition of India Mobile Congress, Mr. Modi said benefits worth billions of dollars have been provided to millions of Indians and billions of cashless transactions have been made with the help of mobile technology.
The digital potential of our nation is unparalleled, perhaps even in the history of mankind. Friends, it is because of mobile technology that we are able to provide benefits worth billions of dollars to millions of Indians. It is because of our mobile technology that we are able to help the poor and vulnerable quickly during the pandemic. It is because of mobile technology that we are seeing billions of cashless transactions which boosts formalization and transparency.
Prime Minister gave a call to work together to make India a global hub for telecom equipment, design, development and manufacturing. He urged to work together to ensure a timely rollout of 5G to leapfrog into the future and empower millions of Indians. The Prime Minister said India has achieved much success in the mobile phone manufacturing and it is emerging as one of the most preferred destinations.
We have achieved much success in mobile manufacturing in India. India is emerging as one of the most preferred destinations for mobile manufacturing. We have also come up with a production-linked incentive scheme to promote telecom equipment manufacturing in India. Let us work together to make India a global hub for telecom equipment design, development and manufacturing. We are embarking on a plan to ensure that over the next 3 years, every village will have high-speed fiber optic connectivity. We have already linked up the Andaman and Nicobar Island with fiber optic cable.
He said production-linked incentive scheme of government will provide boost to the telecom sector. He said government is working towards providing high-speed fiber optic cable connectivity in every village in the next 3 years. Appreciating the country's growth in the mobile and internet connectivity sector, Mr. Modi said India has the billion-plus mobile phone users and 750 million internet users. He said half of the total internet users have been added in the last 4 years. He said India's digital appetite is unprecedented and unparalleled, and it is important to think and plan how do we improve lives with the upcoming technology revolution.
It is important to think and plan how do we improve lives with the upcoming technology revolution. Better healthcare, better education, better information and opportunities for our farmers, better market access for small business are some of the goals we can work towards. Friends, it is due to your innovation and efforts that the world was functional despite the pandemic.
The Prime Minister said country's connectivity is improving at a rapid speed, but the acceleration has just begun. He said young innovators are working on many products which have a potential to go global. He urged to work together to ensure a timely rollout of 5G technology to leapfrog into the future and empower millions of Indians. Electronics, Information Technology and Communications Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has said that the digital technology and virtual communication tools have proved their extraordinary worth during challenging times of COVID-19 pandemic. Virtually speaking at India Mobile Congress 2020 today, Mr. Prasad said all 2.5 lakh village panchayats in the country are to be connected with high-speed broadband and all villages with optical fiber connectivity in the next 1,000 days.
Security has been tightened in all states and union territories in the wake of the call given by farmers' unions to observe Bharat Bandh today. The farmers' unions protesting against the new farm laws at the borders of the national capital have called for a nationwide strike between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. today. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar today attacked opposition parties for their support to Bharat Bandh against farm laws, alleging that confusion has been spread among farmers about the legislations. He told media in New Delhi that opposition parties are playing politics over it and asserted that the laws are in the interest of the farmers.
विपक्षी दलों का पाखंड है, वो लोकतंत्र में पराजित हुए हैं और पराजित होने के बाद कहीं भी अवसर मिलता है तो उनको लगता है यही हमारा मौका है तो उसका लाभ उठाए, इसके सिवा कुछ भी नहीं है। अरे खुद शरद पवार ने एपीएमसी कानून यूपीए के कृषि मंत्री के तहत मॉडल कानून तैयार किया और सभी राज्यों को दिया। सभी राज्यों में से 10 राज्यों ने उसको स्वीकार भी किया, तब अच्छा था एपीएमसी का मॉडल कानून। और आज अगर हम करते हैं तो बुरा है, ऐसा कैसा होगा?
He alleged that Congress, NCP, DMK and others are hypocritical over this issue as they had passed the Contract Farming Act while in power.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग का जहां तक मुद्दा है तो कांग्रेस अभी 20 राज्यों ने ऑलरेडी कानून किया ही है, तो राज्यों ने कानून किया तो वो करेक्ट है, वो रद्द करने की मांग क्यों नहीं करते? फिर अगर केंद्र का कानून रद्द करना है तो राज्यों के भी रद्द करने पड़ेंगे, तो राज्यों के कानून चल रहे हैं और केंद्र का केवल रद्द करोगे, ऐसा तो नहीं होता ना। और ये तो अमरिंदर सिंह ने पेप्सी कोला के साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग का उद्घाटन किया, तो तब ये व्यवस्था जब कानून भी नहीं था, अब तो किसान के हित में कानून भी बना है उसको संरक्षण देने वाला।
He added that Congress has mentioned the introduction of these laws in their manifesto. The minister said farmers had demanded remunerative price additional to the cost and the Narendra Modi government is giving them 50% above the cost.
पंजाब में मुख्यतः किसानों को लगा कि इससे एपीएमसी समाप्त होगी और एमएसपी की रेजिम समाप्त हुई। मैं उनको आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूँ कि देखो, इस साल कानून लागू होने के बाद भी एपीएमसी चली, आपने धान बेचा, आपको एमएसपी मिली, तो एपीएमसी भी जीवित है, एमएसपी भी जीवित है और व्यवस्था चालू रहेगी। आगे भी कानून में कहाँ लिखा है कि एपीएमसी को ताला लगाएंगे? नहीं लिखा है, क्योंकि एपीएमसी चालू रहेगी, लेकिन एपीएमसी के बाहर बेचने की भी सुविधा रहेगी, इतना ही उस कानून में कहा है।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has said that the central and state governments are constantly working for the welfare of the farmers. Yogi Adityanath came down heavily on opposition parties for spoiling the atmosphere under the pretext of farm laws. He said the stand of some political parties on farm laws shows their double standards. Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani has said that Bharat Bandh call is an attempt of Congress and other political parties to show their existence under the pretext of the farmers. Addressing a press conference in Gandhinagar, Mr. Rupani said Gujarat will not join the opposition-supported Bharat Bandh as farmers are not with the opposition. Our Ahmedabad correspondent reports that Bharat Bandh call has failed to evoke any response barring few pockets in Gujarat. The cities and towns in the state are functioning as per their daily routine. Vehicular traffic and business establishments in Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Surat and Rajkot are functioning normally. In Bihar, normal life is unaffected during Bharat Bandh. Rail, road and air traffic is as usual. Offices, shops and business establishments are open. Our Patna correspondent reports that examinations of several universities, including Patna University, have been suspended today as precautionary measures. The state government has deployed additional forces across the state to avert any untoward incident during the Bandh. In Maharashtra, members of a farmers' organization staged a rail roko in Buldhana district as part of Bharat Bandh. However, Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation buses are plying as scheduled during the Bandh. In Telangana, trade unions held demonstrations at busy locations in Hyderabad. Our Hyderabad correspondent reports that bank employees' unions, however, stayed away from the Bandh and banking services are operating as usual. Government offices and offices of public sector undertakings are working as usual as well. Our Bhopal correspondent reports that no effect is being seen in Madhya Pradesh on the call of Bharat Bandh given by some farmers' organizations to protest against the new farm laws. Our Puducherry correspondent reports that the Bandh has moderately affected normal life in the Union Territory of Puducherry. Traders Body Confederation of All India Traders (CAIT) and the All India Transporters Welfare Association (AITWA) have said that markets across the country, including in the national capital, will remain open today and transport services will also remain operative. Issuing a joint statement, CAIT and AITWA said traders and transporters will not be participating in the Bharat Bandh. Delhi Traffic Police has informed that borders along Singhu, Ochandi, Pyao Maniari and Mangesh will remain closed, while NH44 has also been closed on both sides. The Chilna border on Noida Link Road is closed from Noida to Delhi, while the Ghazipur border on NH24 is closed for traffic from Ghaziabad to Delhi. Delhi Traffic Police has asked commuters to avoid Outer Ring Road and GT Karnal Road.
The Bharat Bandh call given by the farmers did not seem to have much effect on Mumbai. Mumbai's lifeline local trains as well as hotels, shops and commercial establishments are working as per routine. However, agriculture produce market committees in Navi Mumbai, Nashik, Dhule, Pune and Solapur are closed during the Bandh. The ruling Shiv Sena, which supports the Bandh call, has said that the call is not political and people must willingly participate in it. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand has accused the Congress of misguiding the farmers on the agriculture laws. Mr. Rawat in a statement said that the agriculture laws are based on the Swaminathan Committee's suggestions and aim at the farmers' welfare, but the Congress is misleading them. He said that farmers should be cautious of this party, which never worked for their welfare. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yadurappa has said that the BJP government in the state and centre are pro-farmers and Prime Minister Modi would never act against the interest of farmers. The protest held by farmers' unions in the state today, he added, has not received support from the people. Terming the protest as politically motivated, he said, action will be taken against those trying to disrupt law and order in the state. Reacting to the farmers' union protest in the state, the Agriculture Minister B.C. Patil said that the new farm laws will rescue the farmers from the clutches of middlemen, end exploitation, provide wider market to the farmers and allow the private traders to lift the agri-produce from the fields of the farmers.
The Delhi police today rejected the claim made by Aam Aadmi Party that Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been put under house arrest by the police and no one is allowed to enter and leave his residence. The police said this claim that Delhi CM is being put under house arrest is incorrect. It clarified that Mr. Kejriwal exercises his right to free movement within the law of the land.
दिल्ली में सिचुएशन जो है सामान्य है और सारी जो मेन मार्केट्स हैं वो खुली हैं, लोगों का मूवमेंट नॉर्मल है, सड़कों पे यूजुअल ट्रैफिक है और सारी मेन रोड्स पे नॉर्मल ट्रैफिक अप्लाई कर रहा है। दिल्ली के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री की मूवमेंट्स पे रिस्ट्रिक्शन है। इस बारे में मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि ये क्लेम्स या बातें जो है एकदम बेबुनियाद हैं। दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री जो है अपनी यूजुअल ऑफिशियल एंगेजमेंट्स और अदरवाइज उनको मीट कर रहे हैं, वो फ्रीली मूव कर रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Invest India, the National Investment Promotion and Facilitation Agency of the central government, for winning the 2020 United Nations Investment Promotion Award. The award has been given by United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. The Prime Minister said that the award is a testimony to the government's focus on making India the world's preferred investment destination and improving ease of doing business. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls to make India a global digital hub for design development and manufacturing of telecom equipments. Tight security in place in states and union territories in the wake of Bharat Bandh call given by farmers' unions. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar says opposition parties are hypocritical on the farm laws and creating confusion among farmers. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan says India is at the forefront of developing COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 94.59%. And in cricket, India wins the toss and elects to field against Australia in the third and final T20 in Sydney. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
To get accurate, reliable and wide coverage of news, tune into AIR News 24/7 and FM Gold and listen to the major bulletins at 8:30 a.m., 2 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. in English and 8 a.m., 2:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. in Hindi of half an hour each.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has said India is in the forefront of developing COVID-19 vaccines. Speaking at the DST-CII India-Portugal Technology Summit 2020, the minister said about 30 vaccines are in different stages of development in the country. Dr. Harshvardhan pointed out that 2 of them are in the most advanced stage of development, Covaxin developed through ICMR Bharat Biotech collaboration and Covishield from the Serum Institute of India. Both are in the phase 3 clinical trial stage. He added that the Indian Council of Medical Research is involved in the trial executions.
Zydus Cadila is also conducting phase 2 trial of an indigenous DNA vaccine. One of our pharma giants, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, will distribute the Russian vaccine in India after conducting final stage human trials and receiving regulatory approval.
Bharat Biotech, developer of indigenous COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin, is applied to the Central Drug Regulator, DCGI, seeking emergency use authorization for its vaccine. With this, the Hyderabad-based firm Bharat Biotech has become the third applicant after Serum Institute of India and Pfizer to apply for approval of emergency use of COVID-19 vaccine in the country. Covaxin has been indigenously developed by Bharat Biotech in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, and is currently in phase 3 trials. The trials have been conducted at 18 sites across the country with over 22,000 volunteers. Pune-based Serum Institute, which is also the world's largest vaccine manufacturer, has applied for approval of Oxford COVID-19 vaccine Covishield, which has been co-developed by pharma company AstraZeneca and Oxford University.
Talking to All India Radio News, health expert Dr. Ghanshyam Pangte from the Lady Hardinge Medical College, New Delhi, has said that the vaccine will be provided on priority basis. First, it will be provided to medical staff and frontline workers and then senior citizens.
लोग हैं जो कि कोरोना वॉरियर्स हैं, डॉक्टर्स हो गए, हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स हो गए, या जो समाज सेवा में जो कि कोरोना कंटेनमेंट जोन में पुलिस वाले, इन सबको वैक्सीन का पहला हक मिलेगा जो सरकार ने कहा है. दूसरा, सरकार ने जो एक ग्रुप चुना है उसमें एल्डरली लोग जैसे कि 65 साल से ऊपर, उन लोगों को वैक्सीन मिलेगी क्योंकि उनमें ये कोरोना खतरनाक ज्यादा हो सकता है, उन लोगों को ज्यादा क्रिटिकल कर सकता है, उनकी जान को भी खतरा रह सकता है. या उन लोगों के साथ जिनको कोमॉर्बिडिटी है, जिनको हार्ट की बीमारी है, जिनको फेफड़े की बीमारी है, उन लोगों को पहले मिलेगा. बट मैं फिर भी ये कहना चाहूंगा कि उन लोगों को मिलने के बाद वो फ्री नहीं होंगे, उनको मास्क और सब चीज पहनना पड़ेगा.
The United Kingdom will become the first country today to roll out the COVID-19 vaccine. As per the government, initially the shots will be available at hospitals before being distributed to doctors' clinics. Britain gave emergency use approval for the vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech last week. In a statement last week, Health Secretary Matt Hancock said that the government is doing everything to make sure to overcome significant challenges to vaccinate care home residents. Margaret Keenan, a 90-year-old grandmother from Britain, has become the first person in the world to receive the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine outside of a trial following its rapid clinical approval. Keenan received the jab at her local hospital in Coventry, Central England. this morning, a week before she turns 91. Britain began rolling out the COVID-19 vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech today. The mass inoculation will fuel hope that the world may be turning a corner in the fight against a pandemic that has crushed economies and killed more than 1.5 million people.
India has leaped across a significant milestone in its fight against COVID. With a continuous decline in the number of active corona cases, the active case load in the country today has fallen even below 4%. With nearly 3,83,000 active cases, the active caseload stands at 3.96%. With 26,567 new daily cases, the number of daily cases has also registered a fall of over 19% from yesterday. The new daily positive cases have remained below the 50,000 mark for over a month now. The national cumulative recovery rate is also further improved to be at 94.59% with recovery of nearly 91,79,000 people so far. With recovery of over 39,000 people in the last 24 hours, the number of daily recoveries continue to outnumber the new daily cases for the 11th consecutive day today. Over 10,26,000 COVID samples were tested in the country in the last 24 hours. With this, the cumulative testing figure has reached at around 14 crore 88 lakh. The central government and ICMR have scaled up the testing infrastructure in a calibrated manner. India's testing capacity has touched 15 lakh per day, ensuring easily accessible COVID-19 tests for all. Health Ministry has said that very high levels of testing lead to early identification, prompt isolation and effective treatment of COVID-19 cases. It said this also leads to low fatality rate. Higher volumes of testing have also ensured lower daily positivity rate, which has recorded a steep decline to stand at merely 2.59%.
In Delhi, the recovery rate of COVID patients stands at 94.57%. The city recorded recovery of 3,818 patients in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of recovered patients to 5,61,732. Gujarat recorded 1,380 new cases in the last 24 hours. AIR Ahmedabad correspondent reports that recovery rate has improved and reached 91.56%. More from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
The number of total cases of COVID-19 detected so far in Gujarat has reached up to 2,20,168. Out of these, 2,01,580 patients recovered. 1,568 patients recovered during the last 24 hours. More than 83,10,000 tests have been carried out in the state till date. Maximum 306 new cases reported from Ahmedabad, while Surat recorded 222 new cases. At present, total active cases in the state are 14,493, out of which 81 patients are on ventilator. 14 patients died yesterday, taking the total death due to COVID-19 up to 4,095. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In Tripura, the number of active cases of COVID-19 is showing a declining trend. The number of positive cases are also decreasing. During the last 24 hours, only 6 fresh cases of coronavirus infections were recorded, while 15 infected people recovered. According to the State Health Bulletin, so far 32,102 patients infected with the virus have been cured, out of a total of 32,897 positive cases recorded so far.
Mizoram has recorded 32 new cases, while 38 patients recovered from the coronavirus infection in the past 24 hours. With this, the total number of positive cases of coronavirus rose to 3,968 in the state. According to the State Medical Bulletin, the recovery rate has improved to 95.42%. So far, 3,757 infected people have been discharged from different COVID care centers after recovery. The number of active cases presently stands at 205. Telangana state reported 682 fresh COVID cases during the past 24 hours. With this, the total COVID cases reported in the state has gone up to 2,74,540. The state conducted over 55,000 tests yesterday. The recovery rate slightly improved to 96.65%, with 761 more people recovering yesterday. This took the number of recovered people so far in the state to 2,65,367.
Army Chief General M.M. Narwane and all ranks of the Indian Army have extended their greetings to all ranks of Army Service Corps on the occasion of its raising day today. The oldest and the largest administrative service of the Army, the Army Service Corps, ASC, is celebrating its raising day today. The ASC is mainly responsible for provisioning, procurement and distribution of supplies and petroleum products to the Army, Air Force, Navy and other paramilitary forces. On 8th of December 1950, the word Royal was dropped from the nomenclature of Army Service Corps, and since then the day has been celebrated as its raising day. In Kerala, the first phase of local body elections is witnessing very high voter turnout in the initial hours of polling today.
Over 48.67% polling has been recorded in the 5 districts till 1 p.m. So far, Alappuzha district had recorded highest polling percentage and Thiruvananthapuram the lowest. According to turnout figures by the State Election Commission, 45.63% polling is recorded in Thiruvananthapuram, 49.20% in Kollam, 49.76% in Pathanamthitta, 51.32% in Alappuzha and 50.36% in Idukki. Most of the polling booths are witnessing high rush of voters from the morning. Voting began from 7 in the morning and will continue till 6 p.m. abiding to COVID protocols. The local body election in the state is likely to witness a strong triangular contest between the three major political coalitions in Kerala: CPM-led LDF, Congress-led UDF and the BJP-led NDA. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
In Andhra Pradesh, 480 people have fallen sick and admitted to hospital following a mysterious disease in Eluru city. More than 178 patients have been discharged from hospital and returned home after recovery. The condition of others are stable. Central teams and medical experts are visiting the affected areas in Eluru. In cricket, Australia was 72 for 1 in 9 overs against India in the third and final 2020 match in Sydney when reports last came in. Aaron Finch was out for a duck. Washington Sundar took the wicket. Earlier, India won the toss and elected to field against host Australia. The men in blue have already clinched the series 2-0. On Sunday, India defeated Australia by 6 wickets in the second 2020 match at Sydney. India had also won the opening 2020 international on Friday in Canberra by 11 runs. The first of the 4 test matches will start on the 17th of this month in Adelaide. The ball-by-ball commentary of today's match is available on FM Rainbow Rajdhani, Prasar Bharati YouTube and other channels of All India Radio Delhi. It can be heard till the end of the match. Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital experienced mist in the morning. The temperature will vary between 10 and 27 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. Temperature will move from 18 and 35 degrees Celsius. Chennai will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The temperature will hover between 25 and 28 degrees Celsius. Kolkata experienced fog in the morning and will have mainly clear sky during the day. The city will observe a minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees. Srinagar will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will hover between 2 degrees Celsius and 4 degrees. In Jammu, the minimum temperature was 12 degrees Celsius while maximum will be 20 degrees. The city will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Leh will experience rain and snow. The minimum temperature was -5 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be 2 degrees. Gilgit will also experience rain and snow with temperature hovering between 1 degree Celsius to 6 degrees. Muzaffarabad will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The temperature will move between 6 to 14 degrees Celsius. In Dehradun, the temperature will hover between 11 and 26 degrees Celsius. Mainly clear sky will prevail. Chandigarh will have generally cloudy sky. The temperature is likely to hover from 11 to 25 degrees Celsius. In Hyderabad, the minimum temperature will be 15 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be 31 degrees. The city will have partly cloudy sky with haze. Ahmedabad will witness a clear sky. The minimum temperature will be 17 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be 34 degrees. Patna experienced fog in the morning and there will be mainly clear sky during the day. Temperature will hover between 15 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees. And in Guwahati, there was fog in the early morning. The minimum temperature will be 15 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be 27 degrees. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls to make India a global digital hub for design, development and manufacturing of telecom equipments. Tight security in place in states and union territories in the wake of Bharat Bandh call given by farmers' unions. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar says opposition parties are hypocritical on the farm laws and creating confusion among farmers. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan says India is at the forefront of developing COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 94.59%. And in cricket, India wins the toss and elects to field against Australia in the third and final T20 in Sydney. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.